Hi guys. Okay, so first and foremost, thank you so much for all of you who have been calling and sending messages and prayers. Thank you. I do appreciate it so much. But I do not have cancer. I noticed that a clip from my TV show, Messi's Menu, has been flying around, and I think it was cut. They cut the clip. I said I had a cancer scare. It means that I had this swelling on my neck, if you can see the line there. And my doctor felt it was something serious. I had problems with my thyroid. I'm perfectly okay. Thank you so much for all of your calls and your messages. Oh, this phone has been buzzing like crazy. I am perfectly fine and I do not have cancer. I'm perfectly okay. So thank you so much for checking up on me. Thank you for sending all those messages. Go back and watch the clip. It was completely misunderstood. I am fine. I do not have cancer in Jesus' name. Thank you guys so much. Bye. Thank you.
Yes, so how na day, my people? I trust you guys are doing very good. Okay, I'm sure you listened to Messi Johnson in this clip that I just played. I needed to play this clip because you guys are aware of what has been going down the social media regarding her health. Okay, so it was really very important and very, very imperative, that Messi Johnson herself, physically, live and direct, speak to people. And that is why I decided to start with this her video clip. Okay, I'm sure those of you who were still not too sure of what was going on, haven't listened to her directly. I'm sure you'll be relaxed now that all is fine with her. She is well and very, very fit. Okay. But then there are a lot of lessons to be learned from this, and that is the reason why I'm making this video. Okay, so Nollywood's beloved superstar, our dear Messi Johnson, like I said, like this video that you just saw, has finally broken her silence. And this time, like you saw in this video, very loud and very, very clear. And in her words, like she said, I do not have cancer. So those of you who have been peddling cancer rumors, I really don't get it. That was a bold declaration that you saw out there, made in that heartfelt video, that she has also shared in the different social media platform. And I think this has put a temporary end to the swirling rumors that had held the internet hostage for days, because that was what it was. But beyond the statement lies a deeper story, a painful lesson in empathy, misunderstanding, and the dangerous game of jumping to conclusions, because that is all we do in the social media. It all began subtly. Fans started noticing the actress' dramatic weight loss. That was how it all started. At first, there were praises, applause for her supposed, discipline, admiration for her new look, and wild guesses about her fitness regime. That was how it all started. But very quickly, too, the whispers took a dark turn. Some started asking, is she sick? Others went further. Did she undergo surgery? Then the ugliest question of them all, the baba of all of them, now surfaced. Does Messi Johnson have cancer? I mean, it was that bad. The speculation reached a fever pitch when a short clip from her cooking show, Messi's Menu, surfaced online. And in it, she mentioned, she casually mentioned that, having a cancer scare, which is not a big deal. She just said it casually. And apparently some people caught that clip. And that was all social media needed, just to make social media go haywire. Okay? So the thing is, that's just one phrase that was lifted out of context, cut from a fuller, more nuanced conversation, was enough to ignite panic and pit fan against fan. Some wept in fear for her life. Others accused her of using slimities that could destroy her health. In fact, the issue of her using slimity was all over the place. And a lot of people just bought that idea that, oh, she has overused this slimity. What is this slimity all about? A lot really happened concerning that slimity. Okay? People were just completely assuming without any facts, to corroborate their assumptions. And some, yes, some went as far as mocking her appearance. You know Nigerians now. Some mocked her appearance. Some even weaponized her weight loss against her. Against her in a very cruel and callous ways. Yes, that was what happened. Yet throughout this time, Messi Johnson said nothing. No post, no clarifications, nothing. She said nothing. Her silence, instead of calming the chaos, only intensified it. You know, in a court of public opinion, silence is often seen as guilt. You know how we do our thing now. Once somebody not talk, say, okay, she know what she they do now. People just pass that guilt, thing easily. But what if it was just the silence of someone trying to protect her peace? And I think that was what Messi Johnson was doing all through the period. She didn't say a word. So now Messi has finally spoken. I'm sure you saw those videos. They say facts speak for itself. In that video, she appeared calm, smiling, yet firm in her message when she said, I do not have cancer. She also used that opportunity of that video to thank everyone who called, who messaged, and even prayed for her. She appreciated the genuine concern, but she also corrected the dangerous misinterpretation. I do not have cancer, she said in that video. I had a cancer scare, quite all right. Like I said, it was swelling on my neck, and my doctor thought it might be serious. Turns out it was a thyroid issue. I've had it operated on, and I'm okay. That's what she said. And I'm okay. And she's okay. As you can see from the video that preceded this message, she's very okay. Then she pointed out something crucial. The clip was cut, like she said. It was edited. What you saw out there was actually edited the last time. And that was what triggered this suspicion that, okay, she could be taking slimming tea. Okay, she has cancer. All manners of insinuations were there. Okay? The part where she explained the full contents of her health scare was removed. I'm talking about that place where she said she had the cancer scare. A lot of conversation centered around it. And obviously, it was just edited. It was edited to show that place where she said, I had cancer scare. And that was what a lot of people were running with. You understand? Very sadly, that things can be edited in that very cruel manner. Okay? So, a misleading soundbite, one that triggered the chaos that now later, occurred. Everybody started running about and saying, okay, she has cancer. You can imagine that. That is the tragedy of social media age right now. A single sentence, twisted or truncated, can spin a web of misinformation, dragging a person through public ridicule and speculation. And for celebrities like Messi Johnson, whose every move is under scrutiny, it's a heavy burden to bear, I must say. Sometimes I pity some of these celebrities. I pity them a lot. The deeper lesson here is not just about Messi's health. Thankfully, she's fine now. It's about us. Yes, you and me talking now. It's about us. About how quick we are to assume the worst for any situation. How easily we trade empathy for entertainment. Because in Nigeria, you see a place where something terrible has happened, something very fatal has happened. And all you see people do is to bring out their Android phone and they begin to record, because what is going on in their mind is not empathy. It's not to show love or to show support or to even resuscitate the person or to help. Instead, it's all about the views that we're going to get on social media. So I'm talking to you and I right now, all of us. Well, in this table, all of us, including myself. How easily we trade empathy for entertainment, especially in this part of the world, is so amazing. How rapidly we forget that behind every celebrity name is a human being first. Someone's wife, someone's mother, someone's daughter, someone with feelings, fears, and private battles we may never see. Yes, Messi Johnson is a public figure, but that does not mean her entire life belongs to the public. Yes, you heard me well. Her entire life does not belong to the public. There's an old Yoruba proverb that says, When we see an elder running into the bush with a cutlass, we don't mock him. We run with him first, then ask questions later. Yeah. I'm sure those of you who are not too much of Gen Zs will understand this proverb very well. You run along with the elder first, then later you can ask all the questions. But in this part of the world, it is the opposite. In other words, don't be too quick to judge what you do not fully understand. Don't. So this situation should serve as a reminder. Before we speculate, before we spread rumors, before we hit, share, or retweet, we must ask ourselves, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? These are the questions that I think should bother us first. And if we see something strange, someone's appearance changes, someone goes silent online, it is not always an invitation for mockery or gossip. Sometimes it is a silent cry for support, I tell you. A nudge that they may be going through something privately that they are not willing to share at that moment. In those moments, if we cannot offer help, if we cannot, offer prayer, if we cannot offer love, then at the very least, let's offer silence. Yes, silence. Just keep quiet so that you don't exacerbate the situation with them. Messi Johnson is more than her weight. For all I care, because we were bothered about her weight. But I tell you, Messi Johnson is more than her weight. More than the rumors. She's a woman who has blessed our screens for years with her incredible acting skill, her heart, her laughter, and her resilience. In fact, yours sincerely love her so much. She's someone I adore, so much. She has brought joy to millions, a lot of people. So when the tables turned and people began throwing stones, there was this same love, if I may ask. Where was that love? This movement should awaken our humanity. Let Messi Johnson's story teach us that assumptions can hurt most times. That silence can be a shield, not an admission. Because she was silent during that period, that people festered on the rumor, doesn't mean, she's accepting that she had cancer. It's never an admission. That we must be slower to speak and quicker to care going forward. Because truly, in a world where social media thrives on buzzwords, maybe the most radical thing we can do is to mind our business, protect each other's dignity, and never lose our humanity for the sake of views, clicks, or gossip. So to all who join in spreading the rumor, may this be your reflection. And to Messi Johnson, thank you for speaking up, for reminding us to be together and be better. We are glad you are well. May your strength continue to shine. May your strength continue to shine. I repeat that. Okay? The next time you are tempted to judge, I'm talking to all of us now. The next time you are tempted to judge anyone, okay? Remember, the torn rags someone wears may not reveal the depth of their strength. Show empathy, show love. And if you cannot do either, simply scroll past. Let's be human again. Let's choose compassion over cloud. And with this, I'm going to end this story here because I don't want to make it too long, okay? So the lessons have to be learned one way or the other. But I really thank God that Messi Johnson is fine, as you guys can see from that video. I want to thank everyone who has prayed for her, and I want to thank Messi Johnson once again for coming out and speaking to all of us. Should you feel you have something to say, please feel free to go to the comment section and leave your comment. And hopefully, I'm going to meet you right here. God bless you. I'm going to see you very soon. I love you. Bye-bye.